days behind bars. The Blade Runner, who was convicted of killing his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp on Valentine's Day, got out of jail in Pretoria at midnight. Known as the Blade Runner for his carbon fibre prosthetic legs, Pistorius was granted parole in November after serving half of his 13 years and 5-month sentence. South Africa's Department of Correctional Services, or DCS, has said that Pistorius will complete the remainder of his sentence in the country's community corrections system. The 37-year-old will be under the supervision of the DCS and will be subjected to parole conditions until his sentence expires in December 2029. Pistorius will have to inform the parole officer if he's moving homes or seeking job opportunities. He will have to attend programmes on gender-based violence and continue therapy sessions on anger management. The Steenkamp family has mixed feelings about Pistorius getting out of jail. Reeva's mother, June, had no objection to his release but was not convinced that he had been rehabilitated. Pistorius won 6 Paralympic gold medals and became the first double amputee to compete at the Olympic Games when he represented South Africa at London 2012. Well, for more on this, we're now being joined by our correspondent, Kalden Ongmu. And Kalden, a huge development in this story. Pistorius out of jail. Bring us the latest and the reaction.
Well, earlier we were at Atteridgeville Correctional Services, where Oscar Pistorius spent most of his sentence. Now we've moved location to where he will be spending the rest of his sentence until December 2029. If you can see behind me the red brick-looking mansion there at the back in a very affluent suburb of South Africa's capital city, Pretoria, Oscar Pistorius will be staying with his uncle, Arnold Pistorius. So far, the reactions from the correctional services, actually we were there earlier morning, so we've been waiting to get some visuals of him getting out of the prison, but we were told in a statement by correctional services that he's already at home. So for now, what we've been hearing, that there were concerns for his safety. That's why the location and time of his release was not mentioned to media. It was all done in a secret. So we do not know whether he got out in midnight or early hours of the morning. But there have been media journalists camping at Atteridgeville Prison Correctional Services as well as in front of his uncle's house since midnight. We haven't seen any movement as of now, but we can see the presence of a private security outside this house in particular. Now, to get reactions, the June Steenkamp, who's the mother of the victim, Reeva Steenkamp's mother, released a statement stating that they've never opposed Oscar Pistorius's parole, but she believes from the beginning, she said that she does not believe that Pistorius has been rehabilitated. Yesterday, some of the women activists also talking about how this early parole of Oscar has sent out a wrong message to all the perpetrators of gender-based violence, saying that the country, South Africa, ranks amongst the highest when it comes to gender-based violence. And now Oscar Pistorius getting released after killing his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp in 2013 sends a wrong message. But however, there are a few other sympathizers of Pistorius who say that the man should be given a second chance. He's been behaving well in the prison. He's shown remorse, but that didn't seem to be the case when we spoke over the past few years when we got to speak to the Steenkamp family. If you remember, in 2023, actually before Barry Steenkamp passed, that is Reeva Steenkamp's father passed on, he had the opportunity to meet Oscar Pistorius in the offender dialogue, which correctional services generally offers. There, Barry Steenkamp had cut short his program with Oscar Pistorius, stating that he did not hear what he actually wanted to hear. Oscar Pistorius did not seem guilty, and he stuck to his version of stating that he had killed his daughter by mistake. Now, the soundbite from the Steenkamp family lawyer also stated that June Steenkamp did not oppose his parole, but definitely, it's heartbreaking for the family. The wounds are still very raw. They're never going to get back the daughter. So as of now, we can confirm he is at his place. Correctional Services has sent out his statement. So, but he will, even though he is a free man, but he will not be free 100%, as he will have to follow the rules and regulations that has been set by the parole board. Some of the rules, as stated previously, was he will not be allowed to drink alcohol or any kind of substance. There will be a supervisor that will have to be updated whenever Oscar Pistorius makes his move. If he moves to another house, the supervisor will have to be updated. He will still have to continue his therapy on anger management. He will still have to participate in some of these programs of gender-based violence. So these are some of the rules that have been set by the parole board, and definitely the public and the media will definitely have their eyes on Oscar Pistorius. So even though the mansion is here, it's an affluent suburb, the mansion is uncle. Some of the reports that have been released over the past few days shows it's a very, he will be living a very large life as compared to the little cell room that he is used to. But whether or not Oscar Pistorius remains a very changed man, or whether he is not a changed man, only time will tell.
Calden Ogmu, our correspondent, bringing us the latest there from Pretoria.